All right. Animal Crossing New Horizons website has been something that I saw the day of the direct, and I wanted to make a video on it, but I had not gotten around to it until today. This thing is jam-packed with tons of new info, images, footage, etc., and I'm going to do another deep dive into it, but hopefully this time it's not going to be 3 hours long, because it's a smaller website, and B, I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit because that last video was like 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's ridiculous. All right, so first things first, on the website that we see here, the front page on home, we do see the cover art for the game. Just show a few things like sitting in chairs and reading, which is always awesome. Harvey's over here, which we've already seen before. You know, CJ over here, Fuchsia, Filbert, a few other guys. Nothing new here. The direct is here. We're going to scroll down. See, these images pop up so quick. I want to see if we can go ahead and like slow it down a bit, but I don't think we can, and we can't even like go back here, but that's in the explore section, so we're going to go over here. It does show that morning aerobics is back in, which we know about already, but that's also just an extremely fun thing. It looks like this could be just a render, but Flick is trying to capture a bug, so maybe it's just showing, you know, what Flick represents, which is the bug contest. There's also a star-shaped net, so either this is going to be your quote-unquote golden net, or this is going to be maybe a certain design of net that you can get. I don't know. And then here is some, I forgot this guy's name, but he's adorable. He's holding a little drink there. This is going to be a crafting recipe, I know that, but we will see about that. Over here, again, these images I think we've seen before. Crafting materials, this is on the create section too, so we'll go there. Animals being able to carry wood, which is always like an awesome thing to see, is that they're carrying around materials, which, you know, before they just kind of walked around empty-handed and looked weird, but now they actually have, you know, purpose and some personality to them. Basketball on the ground, crafting stations outside. This shows right here a fully upgraded house. So before, we have seen our houses that showed the door, and then that was about it. It like cut off right here, and then they only had one light on it. Then when you extend once, it goes over a little bit, and then twice, it gets just a little bit bigger. Then 3 times, I'm guessing it pops out here. And then the last one, it has the second story. So it looks like there's maybe 4 different ways that you can upgrade your house. The one thing we have noticed is that each time that you upgrade the house, it's going to be different. So there is actually some rocks that, like a cool stony looking, I don't know what kind of style this is, but it's like there's stones on the bottom of it and on, like, you know, up the sides. And before, it looked like a very, I don't know if there's an image here. Yeah, like this. Oh, that's a villager, never mind. But like this. See, there's like, it's all like A-frame and has like wood all around it. So instead of it being like that, we now see that there's a window in the top, which does confirm that we have second story houses. And it also is incredibly different. So maybe once you fully upgrade your house, there will be more customization options, because as we'll see later in the further down here, there are more photos of photos and footage of houses that have like way different designs and colors and stuff. So it's exciting to think that, you know, they did not take away second story houses and customization for the houses too. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next tile, the next area. I want to see if we can actually refresh this and go and see these images here. We might see them again, but let's see real quick. Okay, they're all gone. Never mind. We might see them in the explore section. So we're going to explore section. Here is something that I've noticed, which is this you can't stop. But right here, they when they jump the river, you notice that there is a there is right here where it shows the little campground icon. So does the camping tent turn into this? Like, or does that turn into the camping tent? Because I've seen this in multiple screenshots now, and I'm very curious as to what that is. It does share the same icon as the camping tent, but what exactly is it? You know, like, is this now where like people are going to be going ahead and you know, setting up shop, or is this where people are going to be showing up, because we do know that when you walk from the direct, when you walk out of the relations center, or whatever it's called, the customer service center, I forget already. When you walk out of that, the people are standing there waiting. But now this looks like a new thing that, again, we don't know what it is, and it could be in relation to the camping tent. It could be for new people. I don't know. If you guys have any info, let me know, because it does show that it has the camping icon as well as a lantern and a cooler and what looks like a radio on top of it. And you will see from some screenshots and video on the other side, you can see closer up of these guys. One thing I noticed here in the background, Gulliver right there. Then there is them traversing that, catching bugs in winter, which before, again, coming from the OG Animal Crossing, you never had any flying bugs in winter. Actually, no, sorry, that was a snowflake. But in further, you're going to see them catch a damselfly, which, again, confirms that there are more. Actually, no, that was a butterfly. But it will show that there are more bugs that will be coming out in winter instead of like the mole cricket, the pill bug, and like there was just a few more insects I forget, because I caught them all in winter and I'm like, well, what else is there? So there will be, it looks like butterflies, dragonflies, and a few other things. From what I've seen, I've watched this thing so many times, I can't see anything else that's new here. There's like an animal house that looks like it's different. It looks like animal houses are going to be very diverse as well. Like, I'm guessing each animal will have their own specific house design, because from what I've seen, each design seems very different, whether they have like, you know, wooden columns or like a stone design, or, you know, more like iron to them, or you'll see in further things. As we scroll down, the first thing I noticed here, and this is huge, look at Tom Nook's shop. From Nook's Cranny, which is, obviously it looks like Nook's Cranny, but a little bit bigger, we now have a more, like, the signpost that was sitting on the side of the wall, as well as the bucket is now, or the broom or whatever, is now in a bucket. The signpost is now up on a easel, and then that little recycling thing is moved over a little bit. But the big thing here is Tom Nook's shop is going to be decorated for different holidays. Right here we see this is probably in fall, but maybe it's geared more towards Halloween. But what I'm seeing is, since the trees are a little, they're not entirely brown yet, so this is probably just his setup for when fall does begin. So will he have multiple things for the different holidays, or just for the different seasons? Because again, this looks like the bats and the spider webs and like the bats up here. It's still exciting though to see that they are putting that much effort into this game, where you're going to have the shops decorating for different holidays instead of just staying the same year round, which is awesome, you know, because at first I thought it was only the villagers that you have in your town will be decorating, but instead we've got, you know, the town center is going to be doing this kind of thing, which is, again, really exciting. And this also does show the second or third or even the last, probably not the last, because Nookington's is always like, it looks really big, but this does look like Nook's Cranny evolving into maybe the second step up. So this is probably number 2. And we do see in the windows that there is carpet, that there are saplings, that there are flowers, that there is medicine, and that there is wallpaper. So medicine is actually going to be playing a huge role in this game, apparently, because it has been in window displays, it has been shown in the direct. So I'm going to make a guess that, and this is again theory, that when you do, you know, pass out from either a tarantula or scorpion or wasps, that you're going to probably lose items or get sent home, and something bad is going to happen. Because why would they be advertising medicine this much and have it put up here if it didn't have some sort of huge impact in the game? Again, this is just theory crafting, so I could be wrong, and it could just be a small thing where you pass out and wake up in front of your house and that's it, and they're just like, you probably want medicine just because. But if they're advertising it this much, again, I'm hinting, you know, that it's probably going to be a huge thing. Let's continue. So, I didn't see anything in here other than it looks kind of like, you know, some shells have different shapes to them, and they're more 3D, which is, again, really awesome. catching a squid, chopping trees to get a that's another one. The silkworm, yeah, silkworm I think it was. We see the log bench that you can make. Another residence house here, which looks like an actual like tree branch is coming out of the wall. Like, so it looks like a more rugged type of house for a villager. Also with the radio menu, it's going to be super easy to go ahead and actually switch your items. So it'll be super easy to catch wasps, which we'll see later on as well. Another fish. Able Sisters here. Again, if you saw my other video, or if you didn't, the Able Sisters have different dresses and designs in their windows, and that does change in every single scene that you see the Able Sisters. So I'm guessing that each day they're going to have a different design that is going to be outside of their window here. It is cool to see that as well, because again, it's just these small little things that make the town and the island that you're living in feel more like a town and an island, feel more like it actually has life to it instead of just, oh, it's, you know, a blank storefront. This is actually like it looks like they're going to be, you know, as if they're two actual people that are trying to run a business, and they're like, what design should we do today? So that's, again, really cool. Oh, huge. I have seen so many people asking, do we have 3 levels on the island? Hell, I even asked, do we have 3 levels on the island? Because I had seen in various screenshots and video, it looked like there were 3 levels. And there's also on the map 3 different types of color. There's the light green, the dark green, and, you know, it's just, what is up with that? This confirms, bing, that we have 3 levels. There's the beach with the grass. Here's the second level, and here's the third level, and he's standing on top of it. So that does confirm we have 3 levels on our island. However, we don't see any buildings up here. So the question is, can we, well, obviously you can see that there's plants here, and you can see that you could dig and make a waterfall here. So A, 2-tiered waterfalls, which is going to be awesome. B, can you combine the waterfalls together to make one big waterfall, or is it just going to be one waterfall to the next level and then you have to at least go over 1 square to build the second waterfall, so it just kind of trickles down? Regardless, it's going to look awesome to have a waterfall come down, and then you could even twist it 90 degrees or 45 degrees and make it just kind of like, you know, drift off like that. Like it's just going to look really sweet. But again, can we make one big waterfall? And it looks to me like what we're seeing here, it kind of drops down, and then there's the edge of the second level, and it looks like it's still going straight down instead of stopping at water. So it could mean that we can make one big waterfall. But again, back to my main point, can we build up here? Can we put residence houses as well as villagers' houses? I don't know, and we don't have anything else about it except for this right here. So it does show like there's a little insect flying around. You can catch fish up here. There are flowers, but there are no trees except for in other screenshots. So there will be trees up here, but I have yet to see a single piece of furniture or a single house up here. So we're going to have to find out about that. Also, for any people that ride bicycles, like, you know, whether it be racing or street bikes, he is wearing a bicycle hat. Like, I don't know if you guys know that. Like, it looks to me like that, because usually you wear the visor up, but it just looks like that to me. It could just be a regular hat that he's flipped the brim up, but it does look like he's wearing a bike hat. Again, here's the damselfly that he's catching in winter. So again, there will be more winter bugs, which is always cool. Able Sisters. Catching tires and puns are still in the game, because again, people were getting a little bit upset that, oh, what if puns are missing? That was the best part of the game. Well, apparently here it is. I caught an old tire. I sure am tired of that. The little like tongue-in-cheek dad jokes are returning. He's also got some really cool like boots here, or like shoes that are like shiny red. It's kind of interesting. And he's also wearing dog tags. Again, I don't think we'll be able to actually put that on as accessory, but I'm guessing this is an entire outfit here, where it's going to be like he has like a vest with that, and it's again very fashionable. I think I had seen earlier, no, it's in a different video. There's a different video on here that shows different shirts and stuff, and it looks incredible. he catches the tire. Yep, I sure am tired of that. Here we do have, again, here's in the background, Nook's Cranny is going to be now, again, with the fall. But again, here's another resident design, and this one does not have the posts on the side. Instead, it has these like the stone on the side. So resident houses seem to be very, again, very diverse, and it's going to make your town look a lot unique. Well, very unique, because the houses aren't going to be just red, blue, green, yellow. It's going to have, you know, different designs, different styles, and I'm hoping, again, theory here, I'm hoping that each resident, even though there's over 300 of them, will have a specific house in mind. Whether it just be this with a different color, it would just be really cool to see their personality come out in your town, and that way when you're walking past them, you can immediately go, oh wow, that's Bob's house. Oh wow, that's Filbert's house. Like, that would be just really cool to see. Here he knocks down a beehive, and then when he does so, he immediately gets out his net and catches them, which to me is like, what? Because I've always been so afraid of the bees attacking you in game, and the fact that you can just catch it that quickly is a relief, but also kind of like, because if it's that easy to catch, like, then there's no real like scare to it. However, if you're one of the people that aren't as hand-eye coordinated, and then you go ahead and you miss the initial swing, they will get you. It also does show what I've never noticed before. He has a little goatee here. So does that mean that you're only going to have small like goatee facial hair, or will you actually be able to finally have like full beards? I don't know, but again, this is a little thing that kind of makes you excited about the idea that there might be mustaches and facial hair and, you know, goatees and all those other kinds of things. So that's kind of cool there. Again, dad jokes. I caught a wasp. That's got a sting. To the next one, again, here's some images here. Little fishing hat, catching a fish here. Again, these little backpacks that we've seen from day one. Like, it's just super exciting to see these like accessories that you have, as well as it kind of looks like there's customization there. Okay, now we get into the museum. This when I saw this, I kind of, again, my mind was kind of going like, what is going on in this video? There are, again, the normal X's on the ground, which is really cool that you can dig up on. Digging up fossils. Look at this shirt. This shirt is super detailed. Is this like a Gracie design, or is this a regular design? Is this like, because look at how much detail there is in that. There's like shading. Like, can you make that shirt, or is it just like a preset one? Also, he's got like torn jeans. Like, this is incredible to think that you're actually going to be able to make some really cool outfits like that. Torn jeans and maybe like a tank top. You're going to have this like skull shirt and shorts. Like, it's just, the possibilities are going to be endless, and it's going to make me excited to think that there might never, never is kind of a big word, but there might not ever be a single villager that will look the same, because someone's going to have a different nose with different eyes, different mouth, different hairstyle, and then obviously different clothes, as well as shoes and socks. So that's kind of really cool. Fossils look beautiful. They're the same design they've always been, but now they're actually 3D, which just awesome. Again, like this looks like, what is that called? That's a lionfish, I think. But able to catch these kinds of unique fish is just really awesome. You know, especially since we've seen in the museum that there's huge fish. How are you going to catch those? Who knows? But again, here's another detail on that shirt design. It looks like it is actually in the Animal Crossing language. So it's very unique lettering, so it might just be a normal shirt. However, I'm gonna make a guess that this is a Gracie design, because usually Gracie is like the high fashion stuff and not just like patterns or whatever. But again, I could be wrong. Who knows? This could also just be an update of the original shirt that had like the skull on it from the original Animal Crossing. Who knows? And then we go into the museum. Oh man. Brace yourself. First thing we see Blathers. So Blathers is back. He is confirmed, which is, again, I know they would never get rid of him, but it's cool to see that they have one of the original characters fully back in the game, as opposed to replacing him with one of the younger characters that they've had before. One thing that I've noticed in this area right here, before we go any further, it does show where the fossils are going to be. So this museum is going to be huge, guys. There is an upstairs to it and there is a downstairs to it. What we don't see is, are there areas to the left and to the right? I don't know. However, let's focus on the things that we do see right now, which is there is a giant fossil display. So not only does that show where you're going, but again, theory crafting, will this be a certain color based on how complete the collection is? Right now it kind of looks a little gold. So is that how it's going to be normally, or is it going to upgrade from like bronze to silver to gold depending on how complete the collection is? Which would be kind of cool at a glance to go ahead and enter the museum and then see at a distance, oh, like the fish display is almost done, the bug area is almost done, like, oh, and the fossils are completely done. I don't know. Also, maybe it's just that they're trying to make it look pretty and have the gold banisterways, or is this also another thing where you might be able to see from a distance how complete the museum is? Once the museum gets full, will you have gold banisters all around and it'll go from bronze to silver to gold? Or is this the way that it's always going to be? Also, is there any customization in the museum? Again, these are just things I'm throwing out there. I don't know, but that would be super exciting. If not, I would not mind at all, because I just like the fact that we have such a gorgeous museum. Like, look how beautiful this is. And let's continue on. Several things I see. So you're not going through and saying, here's one fossil, here's one fossil, here's one fish, here's one thing. You're going to actually be able to go ahead and show him that there are multiple things to give. So splendid. We will gladly take these off your hands. It didn't look like there was a cut there, so I'm guessing it'll just go straight from we have plenty to see to let me take this off your hands. So you might not be able to select them. I don't know. Again, this could be a cut or an edit. But I would prefer if we can show him what we have, because there have been times when I'll have multiple fossils that I want to sell, first instead of actually donating, even though I usually sell them first. Or there might be fish that you want to sell first instead of donate. Who knows? But it could just be, it might detect which ones you haven't given and then keep those, and then take those and then keep the ones you have given. Who knows? Brace yourselves. Okay, so the inside of the dinosaur exhibit is so incredible. Okay, and what we're seeing here, so we've seen before a few of these completed, but then we also saw over here there is a dinosaur footprint, so no more of those pedestals where they normally sit. But then there is a little rock here, and in a previous footage we have seen that there is a little shell crustacean thing, like kind of that looked like Kabuto from Pokemon, and he was sitting on top of this rock here. Oh man, it's just super exciting to see that, like, they're not sectioned off to show like the different areas of the fossils. It's just one big fossil. So like here is the torso of something, and there's probably going to be the tail and the head. Here is the head, the tail, and the torso of a different one. Here is the head and what looks like they do have the torso. But then there is a neck missing, so there's going to be more to that. That's a different animal here, so my apologies. So there is the head here, and then there's going to be, the body missing, and then there is the rest of it here. Actually, yeah, so there is part of the body, so there's going to be more than 3 sections for fossils, which I've said in the other video, because it looks like this guy over here, this giant dude, it looked like he had 5 sections to them, because he had a tail, he had a space missing behind his tail, then he had his body, then he had like a section missing, and then the neck and the head or something like that. But there could be gigantic animal or dinosaurs, as well as just so many other things. And then there's another fossil down here which looks like a little a bird that is actually stuck in some not amber, but stuck in some mud or something. So there's that. Here is a full fossil right here. It looks like just one creature. It might be missing, I don't know, like a tail or wings, or is this just one full fossil that you can get? But it's just, again, just super exciting to see that the museum is just fully fleshed out. Plus, it looks like there's going to be a second floor here. So will there be like an area where you can go up and then that's where all the flying creatures are? So that it's actually going to show like the ones hanging from the ceiling maybe? I don't know, but it gets me super excited. Here's another detail of this guy here. This kind of looks like it's this guy right here. But again, I don't want to like jump into it and say that that is that one. But it looks like these are two separate things. And in my other video, you see more about this guy here that I talk about. The second area here is just a gorgeous bug exhibit, okay? There are tons of these flowers in the middle here where it does show, you know, where you can see where what was donated. Here's another one here. But look at all these different areas to go to. There's one over here, one over here, one over here. This looks like it's just a dock. So there's probably going to be like the pond skimmers that are going to like, you know, skim across here. But you can walk down here and over here and there's going to be... Oh god, sorry, I've got like hiccups now. There's going to be so many different areas to see in this museum. We're going to try to go slow through here. There is, as you can see, this is a separate area because there is a tree stump. So there's going to be a dirt area here for whatever kind of animals there are. There's some lily pads. Up here, there's like a waterfall. There's some more dirty areas here with like, it looks like water on the ground. There's a koi fish. There is the grasshopper, a butterfly. There is also the ability to see underneath the water. Like there is a second story to the aquarium. So not only can you see up here, which kind of looks like it is the area where you see the big fish, or at least one of the areas where you see big fish, but then there is also him walking underneath, and then there is also a third story, because this is the top, and there's a second, and there's a third here. So there's 3 different levels to be able to see fish. So now you're walking through here. You get to see all these different fish. There's like, it looks like a flounder. Some like, that's not an angelfish, but it's got stripes. There's your lion fish or tiger fish or whatever I called it. Looks like a red snapper, sea bass. And then this leads into what I'm guessing is the giant fish display that we see in the direct, where it has, you know, the giant tank that's like the height of the ceiling, and it's got like sharks in it and giant tunas and all those kinds of things. But again, just the sheer thought of being able to walk into your museum, and instead of just walking into one room where there's like 4 tanks and it's like, here's your fish you donated, it's a giant ecosystem inside of here where everything is like moving and living, and they have like rocks in their display and like seaweed, and it blows my mind to think how at one point you're probably going to have like friends over, and there are going to be a few people that are going to want to, you know, are going to want to like role play their town as like an explorer, a tour guide. You're going to show up, you know, 8 friends show up, and they get off their, you know, the jet plane. What's it called? A boat plane? I don't know. But they get off of that, and he's standing there, and he's probably got like some kind of like tour guide looking outfit on, and he's maybe, you know, holding like a, I don't know, like a clipboard if they have it. I've not confirmed yet, but, you know, he would just be walking around the island showing them like, and over here's our orchard, and over here is this, and over here's that. So if you feel if you feel like you want to go ahead and join us on our island, go ahead and do so. But then he's going to walk in here and just, you know, go apeshit on the idea that like he can walk through here and go, all right, and if we walk downstairs, you're going to see our collection of fish, which over here is this display, and over, it's just so much to this game. And this is the end of this clip, because it ends right here, and this looks like a sea anemone or something, but it's just like, oh man, it's just so beautiful. And you can see a little fish swimming around it. And then this also, what you see here is it goes up a second floor. So I'm guessing that this does go up to the giant fish display, but and then here's like a little, what maybe is like a what's it called? A wading pool where you can like pet the fish. I don't think that might be a thing, but it might just be a small like pond area where you can like see fish in it, or like stingrays or something. Again, just so much to take in. let's continue the next clip. So the next one is not a clip, but it is a few things that there is going to be some screenshots here. It does say that you have the workbench to design the island, do whatever you want. Again, here's more style, long hair design, some glasses, a watering can. This is a different watering can from the one that we've seen previously, which was like a flimsy one. This looks like again, this could be the golden water can, or it could just be the second level of watering can, because this does have what looks like gold, but it could also just be yellow and blue. Who knows? It does show all the different types of flowers, which, you know me, I love the different types of flowers, and I hope there's going to be the pollination and the customization of flowers here. Here is a tier 1 house. So again, this house has like the wood around the sides here, so there's not much to it. But again, we do see that there are like 4 or 5 different levels to the houses. We're going to continue on. There is and then also there's like a sandbox there. So that's kind of cool. Some fences. We always love those. Over here, you see the fountain in the background. You see a really awesome wooden bridge that has like railings on it. So that's, again, just really sweet. A few things. This is awesome right here. The barbecue grill. The campfire that has the net over it, so you don't get sparks hitting you and stuff. Ambers, I meant. Sorry. There's a grill here. It looks like another fountain, I think that is, or like a water fountain or something, but it's like a little smaller one. Some of these seats I keep on seeing around, which are just kind of unique. The beach ball. Again, can we kick the beach ball, or is it just going to be a stationary item? I really hope we can kick it around. And then that, I can't tell. I have my glasses on, but I can't tell if that is an animal or if that is like a rock. I don't know. But again, I think the main draw from this screenshot is that awesome bridge in the background, which has like the railings on it. Then we do see this. This showed a video of how to build this, but the takeaway of this is the brick fireplace here, which is just a beautiful fireplace that they have, as well as solar panels. Like, there are solar panels here. So is that a thing that we are able to... I know it's a thing we're able to build, but is this what goes to that giant satellite dish that I saw in the direct, or is this just a thing that we can just plop down and go, oh, it is a furniture solar panel just to make it look cool, or does this have some sort of purpose to it? I don't know. It could just be for show, just in case you want to put it on like the third area of the island to make it look like you guys are like eco-friendly. But again, there could be more to it that we don't know. I don't know. Easter Island head here with a nice little well, some tiki torches. It looks like there's a building up here in the background. Just so much beauty in these things. Here we go. Here is another third level. I keep saying third level, but I don't know how many levels there are in these houses. Okay, because this one has like an oriental kind of like design on the front of the door with the window here, and then it's got like the regular A-frame design. So it makes me think that, again, once we get to the final step of the house building, that we will be able to fully customize it with a different door, a different outside, the different roof color, mailbox, etc., etc. So that's just really, really cool and awesome to think about. And then another toolbox here, another crafting station. So that's just kind of cool that there are going to be different tiers of crafting benches. Here is where the guy is making his flower garden. So he starts off with, and here's like a resident house, an animal house. So he's crafting again, and then here's this thing right here, which again, we don't know what that is, but it could be a thing that has to do with the campground, or not the campground, the campsite tent that we've seen before in the direct. So I don't know, but that's something that's kind of cool. It looks very new, if that makes sense. Like whenever you build a new building or like something in the game, there's always been you see like the materials and like everything is like tied together with rope. So this could be the first initial thing. This could also be like maybe an area for KK Slider. I don't know. So who knows? And this is like a cool trench coat that he has too. So that's an interesting thing with like what looks like pants that have like the belts hanging off of them or whatever they're called, like that the goth kids usually wear. So that'd be really cool to see. Different hair designs. Here's some smoke coming out of a building to show that people are at home. Picking up. Oh, and then there is a small detail. There's a small little garden gnome there. Just a cool thing. And if you look again, this is a different angle of the solar panels. Like the solar panels right here, you can see the underside of them. So again, like we don't know what that is, but now I have noticed, and I just noticed this, we are on the 3rd level here. This is the 2nd level. This is the 1st level, 2nd level. Here's the 3rd level. The solar panels are on the 3rd level. So if we can build, maybe we can only build this one thing, and maybe that one thing is the satellite dish, and maybe the satellite dish does something. Again, I don't know any of this. This is all just things that are popping into my head, but I have noticed there was a satellite dish with a Nook Inc. logo on it. And then now there are solar panels that are on the 3rd story of the island with what looks like there are no other furniture pieces and there are no other buildings. So either this person just didn't put that there, or what we're looking at is the ability to have some sort of like complete end game goal where it's like, you know, you have a satellite dish that'll, I don't know, broadcast your island out to everyone. Again, who knows? And but I don't think there'll be like electricity in the game where like this is required to have electricity and stuff. But it's just really cool to see that there are some small things that they're not touching on, but we might be able to find out later. And then also, you know, you can see that you can build your way up to that. So maybe you can build stuff up there. Again, I don't know. Let's continue. Again, here's the solar panels, and this looks like there's a set of 2 of them with, oh no, that's sky behind it, but it looks like there are a set of 2 of them next to each other, but again, they're not touching on that. Plus, look at this inventory space. Like, this is a huge inventory, and this guy doesn't have a backpack on, you know? We always thought that maybe the backpack would be more inventory space, but it looks like he doesn't have that. He has his axe, he has a watering can, which is in his hand, he has some pears, some weeds, I think that's coal. Here's some flowers, some sticks, some rocks. Luckily, the resources stack really high. Like, look, 23 sticks instead of it being like 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10. Here's, I'm guessing each one with a star is on the rotary menu. Here's some regular wood. I think that's hardwood. And then there's a new one that I haven't seen before, which looks like it's like maybe from spruce trees. I don't know. But again, like, this is a huge inventory space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 40 slots here, which is awesome. Like 40 slots, you will never run out of space. So that's really cool. So when you plant tulips, when you plant any flowers, the flowers instead of before, man, it was so quick. Instead of before where they would just plant immediately and then pop up as flowers, now you actually have to grow them because they start off like that. And that looks like that's a different type of flower. And then here's the different tulips. They start off like that, and then they're going to grow up. So here's white tulips. Nothing has changed here. Again, there's that fireplace in the background. There's a fountain over there. Or I think that was a jacuzzi. Again, the tier 1 house. This looks like an interesting thing. I don't know what that is. Like, I think that might be a spruce tree plant. Or this might be just a, maybe this could be some kind of like seed that you can dig up. But again, if anyone knows, like, let me know. But this looks like a very interesting thing. It looks like it is something buried in the ground with like leaves coming off of it. So it is either for a tree or maybe a bush. I don't know. I'm focusing on that when it's in here and it doesn't move. So there's that. Again, the flowers being groomed and manicured. It's a hot tub. That's what it was. Again, it's bamboo. Okay, cool. So it's bamboo. That's what bamboo looks like when you bury it. It looks like that, and then it grows into a huge thing. Plus, skipping around real quick, he's got like a full 180 degrees of watering his plants, unless that is 360 and it doesn't show watering behind him. But he does kind of look like he's standing in the middle of them, and then that might be watering all 9 of these flowers. So let's just take a look real quick. Because if you notice, let's go back real quick. If you notice, they do glisten when they glisten like that, see? When they are fully watered. So if he's standing there looking that way, he is watering from okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So if he's watering from 1, and if he's standing at 5, he is watering from 1 all the way to 3. I don't know. I'm confusing myself here. But it looks like that's fully watered. These are fully watered. And then he does touch all the way to here. So will he be excluding this? Is it an 8? Is it an 8-sided watering can, or is it only maybe 5 here? Or does he do all of that? Because it looks like once he's watered it, they do have like little water drops on it. So there's a water drop here, one there, one there. There's one there, one there, one there. So you are getting all of these flowers here, but I can't see if he's getting the one behind him. And I can't tell. Oh, it kind of, if you look at it really closely, if you look right here, it looks like there is a water drop that comes off. And it looks like, as you can see, there are like water drops on the sides of the flowers. And since this is yellow, it's hard to see, but it looks like these are water drops on the sides. And if you watch this clip closely, it looks like they do drip off. Yep. So it is, to me, and again, I could be wrong, but I'm confirming it myself that your watering can now waters a 3x3 square from the center of where you're standing. So if you stand in the middle, you will be able to do a 3x3 square of watering can, which is awesome. So now giant gardens are going to be a thing, which is just super exciting. Again, here's this solar panel setup, and we don't know what it is, but we do see that it's not attached to anything. It just does look like it is the 2 panels up here with nothing else. There's the fully grown bamboo now, and then there looks like a flower in the background. I think that's just a flower. I'm grasping at straws here, but again, what are these solar panels? And that's really cool to see him when he drops it, he like hammers it. The only thing that I'm not too fond of, and I'm guessing you can rotate these, but is the fact that when it comes to, there's 2 of them like that will come to an end, it ends with like an opening like that. And I just wish you can actually have it straight, which again, I think you can because these do end straight, but I think it's just maybe the way you drop it, but you can also, again, I'm guessing you can rotate it, but I'm just speculating here. Because see, this one's straight and then this one's straight, but then it's got an opening. So it is cool, though, that you can probably keep it like an opening so people can walk in. And it's like oh, this looks like a gate. But it's also, you can have the straight fences as well. So you could probably just have that fence off straight. And just the fact that you can emote now, like, and do that. I mean, again, I think emotes were in like City Folk too, but it's just cool that you can like take photos now with like a garden and be super excited about it. There's going to be so many screenshots on like the first and second days of Animal Crossing coming out. So there was that video. Down here, the screenshot does show that, again, different outfits here with different shoes. You'll be able to mix and match and customize. You have a flower garland. Here is another, this looks like the fully upgraded crafting station. And I've talked about this in the direct before, but it looks like your crafting station will be upgradable. So you might start off with just the flimsy axe and the flimsy shovel and everything. And then eventually you might get a recipe to make another upgrade, because we've seen multiples of this crafting station. This crafting station has been in multiple screenshots and multiple videos, but it's in different tiers. And it looks like it starts off as a stump and then it works its way up into like a basic one of these. And then this looks like it could be the fully finished one, simply because of the fact that there is a power drill there. And like that requires, more technology and like batteries and stuff. And from the very beginning one, there was like a toolbox and a stump. So I'm guessing this is like and a power cord too. So I'm guessing this is like the finalized one where you can maybe build like a gold bug net and stuff. I don't know if you can build it. You might just be given that, but you can build like an extreme axe or like a hardened axe or whatever the case may be. There are trees here, which, again, we already know about already, but it says you can plant a piece of fruit or dig up a sapling and carry it in your pocket. We know about this already, but again, it's just, telling you that this will be a big feature where you can just plant a sapling, plant a piece of fruit, or you can dig it up. So that's cool. Pole vaulting across the river, and again, we see this thing, which has the little campsite symbol. So we don't know what that is, but it is just, again, one of those things that will make us kind of go, huh, I wonder what that is. And then we might see later on the Nook phone, different glasses, overalls, some shoes. Tom Nook looks like he has a winter outfit on. So not only will the residents be able to customize and turn into, different, we'll be able to do different day-to-days of like, oh, it's spring, I'm gonna wear a spring outfit. It's winter, I'm gonna wear a winter outfit. But now it looks like Tom Nook will also join us in wearing what looks like a long jacket. Well, I don't know if there are short sleeve jackets, but he has a jacket on as well as a sweater. So that is just really cool to think that Tom Nook, and who knows, other people might also dress up for the holidays to join you, in walking around or seeing outside. So again, it'll just be one of those things where, coming from the first one, whenever I'm walking around the town in winter like it is right now, you will notice that like the residents will say to you, like, why do you always run around in a short sleeve shirt and shorts? Like, don't you get cold? So now it's going to be like one of those things where you're like, wow, okay, we are like, our animals are actually like dressing up for the holidays too. So that's just super exciting. Let's watch this video. So it starts off with we're in winter, and then you are walking up to a snowman. Here is everything that we've seen before. Nothing new here. In the Nook phone, you go to the camera app. You can get people to look directly at the camera. I'm guessing this switches. I don't know what this is. I think this is different. Switching between different animals, or like maybe you can focus on him or focus on you. Take photo. That looks like it says cancel. Zoom in and out. Moving the frame around. Cinema or film. I don't know if that is, you can maybe put the bars on top and bottom, or if it's going to have like a film type appearance where it kind of looks like it's taken with a camera. Again, I don't know much about that, or if there was a camera app in the previous games. And then I like how you can emote. So that might be this then, where you can change your different emote that you want to do, or there might be something different. And you can take a photo with it, so that's cool. Right here, we are seeing that there are the Able sisters here in a completely different place. So again, really cool that you can just place these shops anywhere you want. Here's a residence house. And again, like I've said before, these are all different designs. Like this is now, you could see that this one has like a pole on the side here. And so there is that kind of design there, but it is orange and brown. So that might be, again, a different, like one of the endless possibilities that we're going to be able to see. Again, here's a damselfly in winter. So again, there will be, and there's a purple flower in your hair, so that's another customization. But there are now going to be more insects during winter, which is always nice. Now it's a damselfly in distress. Cute. The bug tracker and fish tracker is huge. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are right here 55 different fish and stuff. And it looks like this could also be not the entirety of it. So there might be more than 55, because it does kind of cut off here. And I don't know if that's just because the oh, I forgot that I could zoom in on this. So my apologies that I haven't been doing that before. But it does look like this is more like you can scroll over and see more of this. So I don't know. There could be more to it than just the 55. But as of right now, we see that there are some small, like the pop-eyed goldfish looks like he's returning. I think that's the bitterling and the bluegill, sea bass, small bass, a seahorse, whatever that guy is. There's a little tigerfish, it looks like. He looks like a pufferfish maybe. The crucian carp is right here, I think. And then a few others. There's a crawfish. Then here is the insect area, which is again another 55 block, and I don't know if it'll stop here or if it'll keep scrolling, because normally when something is like this, it means you can scroll over, especially considering that this one has such a huge gap here. But we do get to see a few things that we have here. There's a mantis as well as what looks like a female mantis, so that's cool. There's like a bunch of different types of grasshoppers here. Ladybug, this dude, that kind of looks cool. A lot of different butterflies. And again, there's going to be over 55 of these, and this is like that pond skimmer, I think. But there are going to be over 55 of these to definitely fill up that museum, and that's just beautiful. Here is the wasp. So you can go to Damselfly and click on it. It shows you if you've donated it or not, which is awesome, because then you don't need to go, wait a second, I thought I caught this, but did I donate it to the museum? And I've done this tons of times when I kind of go, I don't know if I've actually, donated this. So it's good that it actually shows us now. So you can quickly go to your menu and say, wait a second, have I done that? It shows a close-up of what it looks like, which is really cool. The seasonality, you can see that it is from November to February. So it shows you exactly when you can catch it. And then it also shows the current active hours from 12 a.m. until about what looks like, actually it's all day, it looks like, because this goes 12 to 12 and then 12 to 12. So it is active all hours of the day from November to February. And then it shows you exactly what time it is right now. So that's really cool. So you can see if you're actually in that yellow window of I want to go ahead and catch this bug or not. Or not want to, but can. Sweet, I learned a DIY recipe for a wooden plank sign. Again, this is a little wonky because it's like floating, but I think that's just because the world is rounded that they made it, so it's just kind of weird looking. I don't think this is that she caught this. I think it's that she just pulled it out of her pocket in the on the beach. So there's that. It looks like you also have like what look like leggings or like thermal long underwear, as well as boots, which are awesome, as well as headphones. It's a t-shirt that has headphones on it. So this is not an accessory because you can see how flat it is, but it is just a cool little t-shirt that they have that looks like you have like headphones on it. So that's just a really cool thing. Plus, this shirt is very unique that it has a slit on the side here. So again, just all these endless possibilities for different shirts and outfits and everything. Again, here's the third level that we get to see. We go to the DIYs. We pause right here. We can see that there is plenty more that there are. There are now hay bales. There is the pear stuff for the fruit series, it looks like. Or maybe this is just you need a certain amount of pears and then you can make that. This looks like a weird kind of grill for fish. There is a bunch of seashells that you can probably craft into something. This is a tree's bounty little tree. So you can have a pine cone, acorn, and hardwood, and that'll make that. Here is one made out of mushrooms. Here's one made out of flowers. Like, that is just really cool. You can have these different wreaths that you can put on your door, as well as what looks like up here is another wreath, but I can't tell what it is because obviously that's in the way. There is a different ice blocks here, so maybe you can dig up snow, or you have to catch a certain amount of snowflakes in order to make that. This looks like it might be carpeting, and that looks like it might be wallpaper. Here's like a fireplace, which is a little weird if it's a fireplace with a fire. Or I could be wrong here, and this could be an archway that goes around your door. That could be something to think about, that you can actually make an archway in the DIYs to put on your door to show off like your different types of houses that you have. So, and again, this is reaching way out there, but it does show that you can customize it, whether that be color or whether that be designs on it. But you can see that these have little paintbrushes there, which I'm guessing mean customizable. So there is that. And again, I don't know, that kind of looks like an archway that can go around a door, because that looks like a perfect area where a door would fit. I don't know. But again, just the customization menu is going to really start to expand once you get up there. Here's another wallpaper. So we will be able to make our own wallpapers. So that is kind of cool. We are now in an area where this looks like a sign, and like an oriental sign. Here's the different tiers of axes, it looks like. So there is a flimsy axe. Or sorry, this might be the flimsy axe. Then it goes to this one, which has like the rope around it, and then the normal one, because obviously it's going to go in order. But to me, this looks more flimsy than this one. Like, does it not? Like, this looks like it is like tied on with string, and then this looks like it's kind of like fastened in. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird like that. But here's your flimsy axe. Then you have a one step up, and then you have a normal axe. So we have not seen the golden axe yet, but we could always, just be surprised by that once our town is, perfect for a few days. Here's a flimsy shovel, as well as the next tier up, a good shovel, which looks like it's in this one. So it might not be the next tier up, but it looks like it is a probably like this step right here, so like the third step up of the shovel. Here is a flimsy rod with a normal rod, and again, that looks like it might be the third tier up, so you could probably craft something in between, or maybe that's only the axe you can craft in between. I don't know. Here is your flimsy net with a regular net. Here's a flimsy watering can with a regular watering can. Here is a slingshot. Here is a vaulting pole and a ladder. However, what we're missing here, which people might not notice, or they did, and I'm just now getting around to it, you can now customize what your shovel looks like. You can customize what your fishing pole looks like, and you can customize what your net looks like, as well as your watering can and your slingshot. So, again, I think we're going to be able to change the colors of them to completely make it ours. So instead of it being like a red handle, it might be a black handle. It might be a blue handle. It just is that much more detail that we get to put into this game. Or can we do what we saw? There was that net that had the star shape. Can we change the what it looks like? I don't know. Maybe that is the golden net when we finally catch all the bugs. But the fact that you can go ahead and like change the colors of it, or maybe put a pattern on it, I don't know. Like, because we haven't seen that screen yet of what the tools look like in customization. But we have seen that we can customize at least their colors, which is still awesome. Because maybe, your house is part of the blue set. So you want the outside to be blue and the inside to be blue. And have a blue house with a blue window. That's Eiffel 65. Some of you might not know that reference. The I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die, whatever. But then you might want to make your net blue. You might want to make your fishing rod blue, and you might want to make your shovel blue, or you might want to match it to the green set or the regal set. Like, it's just, again, all these different customization options, as well as the watering can. You can now make the watering can different colors. This also might come into play with the watering can that we saw in the screenshot, which had like yellow with like the blue top on it. So either we can make it look metal and then make one look plastic, or like make one look metal and then one look, I don't know, more, I'm trying to think of the word, but like maybe we can change the different materials that it's made out of, or at least the way it looks, or is it just that we can make it different colors? I don't know, but it's still super exciting. Again, here's everything. Here's tools. I'm guessing that's furniture. Look at coffee mugs. So I'm guessing that is like the things that you can put on tables. Here are pictures and stuff, wallpaper and flooring, garlands and stuff that you can wear. I'm guessing backpacks and like carrying devices, maybe. Or maybe that, because that looks like medicine too, but I don't know if we can craft medicine, because then, we wouldn't need to buy it. I don't know. And then here is, oh man, what is that? That is not tools. That is, I don't know. I really don't know. But this is showing what you can, like the little icon here shows what you can make with certain hardwood. So you got 60 hardwood, so you can make that, this, and that. So it looks like to make a net, a fishing pole, a shovel, a slingshot, and this sign is only going to take hardwood. Unless they do have other materials that we're not seeing, because I forgot that you have that. It does show how many of these shovels you have in your pockets, and then how many of them you also have in storage, in case you forget that you've taken something and put it into storage, and then, gone 2 or 3 days without playing, and then you're like, oh, that's right, I needed to make a shovel, and then you realize, oh wait, I have 3 of them in storage. Cool. You can sort them, you could favorite them, as well as you can close the menu. Oh wait, this answers my question because he's scrolling through it. I really should have watched the video and took notes before I've done this. So so this stone axe, that's what it is. Okay, so it's a stone axe. The stone axe requires a flimsy axe, one of them, and then it requires some wood. The regular axe requires a flimsy axe, which I don't understand why it's got a wood thing, and then it requires wood and an iron nugget. Interesting. So you're going to need different materials in order to make different quality things, which obviously is a thing that you would probably, expect, but it's like, that's just kind of cool that, you're going to have different tiers that you can finally make. So if you don't have enough materials, you can make a quick flimsy axe just to go and chop down a tree. But then once you get the more materials, you can make these axes and probably, I don't know, sell them to people when they come to your island. There is that. But again, that's really cool that it shows all this, and he does have one in storage already, and he just is not able to make any more because he doesn't have any flimsy axes. So a wooden plank sign, there's a camera. Then we're going to go into the designing of the island. So just show that you take out your little shovel here. Here we go. We do see that this changes based on what the season is. So we saw in the earlier one that this was grass when it came to the first season, and then now it is snow for this season. So I'm guessing this is like your default bring it back to normal square. So instead of, going, oh man, like I accidentally put down stone and I want it to be, I don't want anything to be there. Instead of a delete, you're just going to put down snow again or put down grass again. Here is a dirt pathing, stone. This looks like brick. And then there is like maybe like a different type of dirt, a different type of stone. There is sand, there is another stone, and there's another brick, as well as custom designs that you can put on the floor. That would be very interesting to see. Like you make your own like Mario design and you can put that down. And this will definitely be helpful for the people that want to make those custom, designs that don't look like this or that or this or that. And I personally won't be using this just because I like these designs and I'm also not very creative. But for anyone else that likes that, there you go. Oh, and actually said what it was called. What was that called? Oh, never mind. It says cliff construction. So we go over here, break down the cliff. Nothing new in this one. They're shoveling up some dirt there to make a area. And then you can jump across. There was something that was up here on the screen. Oh, it's if you want to construct more, and then your Nook phone. But you can jump across. It doesn't look like it uses any of the apples. Like in the previous footage we've seen, you eat an apple and you can shovel up trees. It doesn't look like you're going to need to spend apple energy to jump across areas. But will you be getting the ability to jump across without a vaulting pole later on? Because we have seen now a person jump across a river with a tarantula chasing them, and then we've seen them jump across here to terraform. So what is the deal with that? Because originally it's saying we need a vaulting pole, but we have now seen them jump across an area like this. So maybe it's you can jump across one block areas, but you need a vaulting pole for 2 block areas or 3? Again, I don't know, but we'll find out when the game comes out. All right, so that was that video. Scroll down, Paradise awaits. Now we go to create. Oh my God, I've already hit an hour. So now this one is another one of those videos that we can't like stop. But if you look in here, he's like making a. There is a hamster cage. There's also some screenshots down there that show it closer. But there is a hamster cage, the crafting bench, like a record player. A few other things like a TV on the wall, which is just kind of a cool touch. There's like a snow globe. It's something here. I don't know what that is. Like a skeleton in the background. It's just really cool. Isabel here rocking some floral like springtime things. Apparently Lloyd is going to be back. Which does that mean gyroids are going to be back? We have not seen gyroids yet. So are they going to be a surprise thing that you're going to start the day of your island, go to dig what you think is a fossil and it be a gyroid? I don't know, but Lloyd is back, which means that in a way, gyroids are back. So we don't know, but it is very cool to think about. Starting off your tent on the beach, or I set up my tent. It's kind of cool that he's got like a t-shirt with like a shirt underneath, or a shirt wrapped around him. So this might be another like full outfit that you can get with like a cool backpack. In this map here, it is showing the different levels. So you've got your first level, which is dark green. You got your lighter layer, and then you got your higher up layer. So that is kind of cool. Again, will we be able to expand all of that? And then you can see the map change as well, like from the light green, depending on the different levels or what? I don't know. Here's what I was talking about. So this one is this is a fully decked out house with like a green oriental design now, as well as like the A-frame here, and it's not stone, because remember the one that we saw before was stone with the green with the oriental design here. So this is confirming that we will be able to customize our house like completely once we have finally finished our the loan. There's a small little crafting bench there, all of the different fences, tiki torch in the background, the stone fireplace, and then here we go. Here's another one. So here, I just want to stop real quick. Here is a animal house which has like a very like it looks like a straw roof with some like sticks on the side and different kinds of windows which look like bars on the windows. So it's a little weird, but it's also kind of like, again, it's kind of cool because it's its own different design. Here is another animal house. You can usually tell the animal house is because they don't have like the sides here as well as like the flowers. They just kind of have like, they're one-sided, they're very asymmetrical. So it's like the door and then they extend always to the left. So this is an animal house, and this one again is a more modern, like here's your door that has like it's like a standard looking door which has those weird panels on it to like break up it being flat. It's got like a baseboard or like a foundation on it right here, which kind of cool. And then now we're going to focus on this one. Here's a giant mailbox that we get to have, as well as like the stone area here and a really like ornate looking like gothic style like door, and the door matches the roof, which if you look over here, oh sorry, the door does match the roof here, so never mind. The door kind of matches here, but this one the door does not match. See how the door is like wooden and it's orange and then there's a blue roof. Now you can actually, like, I'm guessing you could definitely match your different house designs with different types of colors. Here is another level. I'm just going to say level 3 because it's like the max level, and usually it's 1, 2, 3. But again, I think we're going to be leveling up to like maybe 4 or 5 different levels. So who knows? I'm going to say max level. So this is a max level house, which like has that, again, that like framed design. This one also doesn't show a mailbox though, so it's just kind of weird, but I think it might be flipped just for, no, I guess it's not because the doorknob's over here. It might just be a render and they haven't actually put anything in there. But this one right here is something to definitely break down, where it does show like the stone design, does show like the different mailbox, and then this one shows like a normal mailbox with like a normal design, which is compared to this right here. So you will have that customization option, as well as the floor designs, the stone pathways and stuff will go ahead and actually, they will come close to your door but not fully up to it. So as you see here, the animal residence, it kind of drops off here and there's like a small gap, but it is better than what I've seen before, which kind of look like it just doesn't touch at all. Like at least now it does have like the stairs are over the pathway, so it does look like it's a it was intentional, as opposed to you put down a path and then like it doesn't connect and it looked weird. Because again, that was one of those things that in a screenshot from previous, like a month ago, I was like, it doesn't look right. Like it doesn't match up with the area here, because it kind of like went up like this and did that. And then there was like a, there's a gap and it just looked so weird. And now it actually connects and it just looks pretty now. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to upgrade to a house. So then we have this one right here, do-it-yourself recipes for crafting. We're going to make this bigger now that I know how to do this. So this is showing off that you do get your some recipes from the Nook station here. You're going to go ahead and open that up. Here, we are noticing that there are a few things that we can see on here. So here is some house customization options. Again, I don't think this is dynamic or it's going to go ahead and change based on what you have, but it does show that there is like, these are your different house roofs that you can get for your house, like different colors. And then I don't know what that is. I can't really tell, but it looks like, I don't know, honestly. It looks like maybe like the siding or something. Then here is a map of the island, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different slots here. So does that mean that there will be 10 residents? I don't know, but later on we do see a screenshot where it shows that there are 9 of them, so we will find out. Again, more outfits, more shoes. These ones look like those like boat shoes that are like leather with like the leather laces, and then like a cool chain here, which that doesn't look like a backpack. It looks like it is a, I don't know, it looks like it's a, what is that? I don't know. It looks like it's a, like, it kind of looks like a handheld something that like the thing is attached to, but again, I don't know. It could just be a backpack and it's just a weird looking backpack. Oh, we might be able to see it here, whatever that is. We'll see it when she like turns around. Here's a swing. Here's a fountain that we get to see. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's a purse. What? That's a weird looking purse then. Here is now Tom Nook's store, but it is now what looks like spring because, or I don't know if it's spring or what, but it's like, it does show like there's a little buoy here, or a life preserver. There is the lighthouse here. There is some seagulls. There are some like nautical decorations here, like some starfish and some shells. So it does look like this might be, according to the trees as well, this might be summer, I guess, because I said spring, but I'm guessing it's summer just because it's more beachy themed and like more like oceany. So this could be Nook's house in the region of summer. And I'm guessing that'll be different when it comes to people in the southern hemisphere. I don't know. And then here's a log bridge. So that's kind of cool. Nothing in this one that we can. Here's another animal house. Yeah, it's a purse. It's weird. Here's some materials that come from the rocks, as well as it looked to me from this angle, looked like that was a crafting bench. I think that's just a crafting bench. Then here's that thing again that we don't really know what that is. Like this has been in so many different things and we don't know what that is. Again, if you know what it is, please let me know, because I don't know what it is. Here's another animal house. And yes, guys, I did see it. There are bags of money on this tree, which does confirm that we can plant money again and get trees if you find a shiny spot, which does also confirm that there are shiny spots back in the game. So that is just super cool when you break down these like screenshots and videos piece by piece and see that there are small things in the background like that. Like I would have never seen that if it wasn't for pausing this. Again, like here's your log bridge. Here is those money trees are just such a good sight to see. There are, and again, I don't know what this is. Again, if you guys know what it is, please let me know. Should I craft something? Let's craft, or you can customize it. Here is showing that you can make a tiki torch. It shows that you've previously crafted it, which is always nice because then there might be those perfectionists that want to craft everything. There also might be Nook miles based on what you want to craft. Also, it does show that you will be able to craft up to 3x3. So we craft a tiki torch, log bench, cool stuff. Destination signpost. Cool. Nothing in this one except for she will run over here, so I'll focus on those in a second, but like obviously you can move stuff around once you placed it. You don't need to keep picking it up and moving it. You'll be able to rotate it too, which again we've seen before. Little fences here in Easter Island Head. There is like a cool like what's that called, feng shui fountain or whatever that's called, where you got, you know, like zen, very zen. There's like some other rocks here that you get. I'm guessing these are craftable, or these are like furniture. There is some flowers up here. There's a giant fish over here. Like, look how big that fish is. So that's either going to be I don't think it's a string fish because it's not near a pond, but that looks like it might be, I forget what the fish is, but it's a giant fish in the river. So that's awesome to see that there are going to be giant fish there. Here are roses, which I have never seen before. This is new to me. Personally, this is new to me because we've seen what look like the winter flowers, I think these were. There are these types of flowers here, and then there are now roses, which again, new to me, and just makes you want to scream because of how beautiful, like there are so many different flowers and everything, and I'm just super excited. As you can tell, like I love flowers in this game because I always like my town to look super pretty, and now I can make flower gardens, so that's awesome. But look how big that fish is. That is a giant fish. That is about the size of the coelacanth when it's off the shore. So now, maybe there's a new type of fish that's going to be huge that you have to catch that's in the river. I don't know. And it looks like this is a summer, so that might be, it might be a certain fish that only comes out in the summertime. Here we are showing that you can make a backpack made out of logs, or like a log carrier, it looks like, but it kind of looks like it's just a log carrier. So that might be just to carry more resources. You also have bandanas, little like boots here. Again, these customization options for your clothes are insane.
Here is showing different tools that you get to use. I don't think that these are actually tools that you get to use, but it's just showing like, when you're hammering and stuff, like that's what you're using, which is like a little saw and a hammer. This is inside of Nook's store, obviously in the resident services. It's showing that these are different types of materials you'll be able to use. There's bamboo, I think that's stone, iron ore, or iron nugget. This looks like ore, sticks, and some hardwood as well as other hardwood. But these are just showing that you have different types of things that you can make from use as resources. Again, here's that screenshot we saw before, or video that we saw before. Gonna keep going. This is really cool. Like, this is just really awesome to see that there are what look to me like different items in the game that aren't part of sets, unless they've added more sets, because this stuff looks very modern, and not like the modern set, but like it looks very like, this looks like very modern stuff, like a tea kettle on it, and like very college student-y, like dorm room. There's an incense burner, there's like some awesome posters, a clock, there's a film reel, like some like thing over the edge here with your door, sorry, that's a window. A cool plant, like your record player. You could hang hats on the walls, which again, I've said before, but it's still really cool just to see it like actually inside of a house. The Apple TV is back. I don't know why I got excited about that. Just a few other things here. You're carrying a terrarium. Again, I don't think you'll be able to carry things. This might just be a render of them, but it just looks cool that, you'll be able to have these like terrariums and succulents and stuff. My fiance is gonna love that because she loves succulents and terrariums. So that's gonna be it's gonna be weird to walk into her house and see like thousands of these there. But again, it is also really cool to think that you'll be able to walk into people's houses and see their different like personalities and designs come out in such a way that we've never seen before, because now we can actually design the walls, the wallpaper, the carpeting, the different furniture, stack things on different types of furniture. Like, I'm guessing this incense burner is a different piece of furniture than this like table that we have, this end table. And there's also like a sink. Here's a small crafting area. I'm guessing this will be the first crafting area for your inside of your house, instead of it being the log, the stump. But again, I could be wrong, but it does look like that will be what it looks like in the initial stage of putting it inside your house. There's like a little lantern there. Here is a cool, like, he's got a little eye mask on, so he's sleeping, or it looks like he's sleeping, so you can take a photo of that. Some papers here. That kind of looks like just paper and not stationery, so maybe stationery is not back yet, but who knows. There's another screenshot here. Some cool face masks that you can have. So this might take place of, because she does have this as well as the this. So this might be in place of sunglasses, or maybe you can have both of them at the same time. Because I remember there was a screenshot where a guy was wearing one of the face masks, but I don't know if that, here it is. So you can wear a hat and that at the same time, but we don't know if you can wear sunglasses and that at the same time. Again, another cool dress. There's like a puzzle, a cake, a hamster. Like, you can have, so there's animals in the game, but then there's also like domesticated animals in like the form of like a bird for a bird cage, and then a hamster in the hamster wheel. I don't know. You can also bake bread. I remember seeing like a cool like meme gif of some people like freaking out about bread being made, but I think that was fake. Regardless, it just was pretty funny. Here's an upgraded crafting table, as well as, just some other cool things that we see there, like a cuckoo clock, which is just something that's really cool. Another clock. Why do you have two clocks in the same room? Who knows? Here is what I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 residents in this screenshot when you are opening up, I'm guessing, a new bridge, like when you do a bridge ceremony, because we have seen this before with, I think it was 8 villagers on a bridge. I'm guessing, so every time you do unlock a new bridge, or sorry, build a new bridge, they will do a ceremony where they pop like, the confetti and like, oh man, like, thank you for building this. But it shows that there are now 9 villagers. So what I'm guessing is the max is going to be 10 villagers on an island. That's what I'm saying right now. I think it's 10. Plus, also, look at this awesome house in the background. This is an animal house, but like, look at the cool like design on the door, like the different like stone architecture, as well as the roof. Like, again, limitless houses that these animals will have. And with Lloyd being back, it does show that he will show up to put bridges down, and it will not be just a you buy the bridge and then put it down. It looks like you will be able to say that you want to put a bridge in a certain area, and they will rope off that area and put it in construction until you pay off the loan for that new bridge, if that makes sense. So you will not, what I was thinking was you have to have the 228,000 bells in order to put the bridge and make it. But now what it's looking like is you tell them you want to make a bridge, you then put that bridge in a certain area, it ropes it off for you, and then you will slowly pay off that loan until it is complete. Now, will that also mean that we can fully map out our island based on what we want and then slowly pay everything off? So it'll cost like 5 million bells, but when you're walking through your island, it's like river, bridge, and they're all just roped off, and then you have to pay off all of those, and it's like, you still owe 1 million bells, but you can pay them off based on which one you want to pay off, or is it just you can do one at a time? I don't know, but again, to me, I don't care. I just like the thought that like you're gonna walk through your village and then see, a roped off area and be like, that's my bridge, like I'm paying you off, and it's gonna look so cool when it's done. I don't know, just things to get excited about. Dodo Airlines, I think that's Orville or Wilbur. Oh, sorry, that's Orville. That's Wilbur. Wilbur's got the sunglasses on. It does show he's got like a life preserver shirt on. Little teeny hat on the side of her head, as well as like a matching purse. So far, we've seen tons of purses, tons of backpacks. Like, again, just customization up the wazoo. We are now on the Mystery Island, where you can go ahead and take off and go to a different island. So it says, so you want to use your Nook Miles tickets, Roger, cool. It's just really cool how he says like, we need wings over, got a walker, come on, let's go. That's cool. Also, it's kind of interesting that it shows right here, you're not allowed to bring like spray paint, and it looks like party poppers. You can't bring party poppers, I guess. Like that's what it looks like. It's a little like the confetti, but it's just the little things in the background that you see that kind of make you smile. Have a good flight. Dodo Airlines. You get off, and then Wilbur says, hey, she's got a cool set of glasses as well as like this cool purse. She's going to go in like the huge dress here with like a bow in her hair. So again, just more customization options. Catching wildlife. Again, the weeds look amazing. The different bamboo here. Cutting bamboo will get you that. It looks like 3 hits with that axe. This is a flimsy axe. Will not chop down a full bamboo tree, so maybe you need a flimsy axe will take more chops in order to chop down trees now, which will be really cool if it's only 3 hits with like a normal axe, and then it's like 5 hits with a flimsy axe. Digging up I'm guessing that is on this island, the X's will be the bamboo shoots. Bell-bottom synth pop. This is stove top kaleidoscope. Do you require assistance over? Lifting off November Oscar whisker. And he says whisker instead of whiskey, which is, again, another cool thing. I love this Dodo Airlines parasol or umbrella. And I would love to own one of those, so it'd be really cool if they have that in game, which I'm guessing they will if they have Nook type like things. And it says November Oscar whisker, which is now NOW. Actually, what does he say here? He says, because maybe he spells something out here. Bell-bottom synth pop, so BBS? No. This is stovetop kaleidoscope. I think he's just saying like these are their catchphrases like, Dune Beetle, this is Doomslayer, like they have things in like the military. So bell-bottom synth pop, this is stovetop kaleidoscope. Just cool. I love it. I really hope that those change every single time he like asks for assistance, and he's like, bell-bottom synth pop, and he says like, rockabilly twinkle toes. Like I think it'd just be cool. It would be a cool thing, but it doesn't have to be. And then Dodo Airlines, cool stuff. Get out of here. Scroll down Orber and Wilver. You can see them closer up. Paradise awaits. So now we're going to go to share. Share your community. It shows like just some cool things, rolling a snowball, which doesn't look like it was getting smaller. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold on. Go back. I wish we can. Oh, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 animals here, but we've already seen 9. So there are going to be more animals. There are controls that we can do. What the fuck? But there are. Oh shit! I fucked it up. Wait, what? Oh, what? I can like frame by frame this now? But there are. So we do know there's at least 9 animals. But here, sad. It looks like happy. I'm guessing that's the like when a joke goes over your head and it's like. So you can do that as like an emote. You can do the ding. This looks like waving. That's clapping. That is that's laughing. That's happy. And then there's like the maybe like a side face kind of thing. Oh god. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know I could go into here. So anyways, yeah, and here is an animal's house. Again, wrought iron in the front here with like, you know, the siding here. Like, here's another animal house which looks way more modern and like, oh, it's so beautiful to think that these animals have their own. Again, I don't know if this is 100%, but I'm speculating that these animals have their own like personalities and like the different windows and the different like this one's got like the window that's like got the frame in it, and this one is just straight. It's beautiful. It really is. He's working out. You know, we got the meteor shower event. You know, she's drinking a soda or like. Yeah, no, I thought she was sleeping, but she's drinking a soda. Here's the upgraded town hall, which is resident services. There's like a cool little like drinking fountain, I guess, if you have like a dog, but you don't have dogs in the game. Rolling a snowball, and again, the snowball doesn't look like it's getting smaller, or maybe it does, and I'm off on that. But then we have a resident popping up here. He's walking around with a bug net, which is cool. But anyways, continue. So now got ourselves here just some. I think this video is just talking about stuff. Like this is when you say like, hey, like what's up, and they'll say like, oh, sunlight travels 92 million miles to make us warm and happy during the day. Okay, then I wrote some instructions down here. Follow them to the letter. I don't know what this is, what that means. I think because it looks like he's at the DIY area. And Rooney, is this a villager? Because it kind of looks like this is he's got the boxing set, considering this like, you know, is one half of the boxing ring, or at least a corner of the boxing ring. And but he says like, and everything should work out. So maybe he's giving them a DIY recipe. Oh, he is. Never mind. Well, there you go. So it also looks, according to this, that not only is Broccolo looking at the fountain, so they have the AI to understand their surroundings, I guess, or at least things that you build that are near them when you talk to them, but she's looking at it and commenting on it. So that's just really a cool thing that I've noticed. It's like, you know, she's like, oh, it's weird. Like, it's cool. Also in the background here, you do see Nook's Cranny. I can't tell what is different about it here. It kind of looks like this has like a sign up top, maybe. This kind of looks like there's a big sign that says its name. This is probably like, it probably says like, you know, Nookingtons, or this is maybe the Nook Way, or Nook and Go. It kind of looks like this is the same stuff that we've seen before. I don't know. There's like a sign up front here, it kind of looks like. Or this could be different. I don't know. I don't know all the buildings by heart, so I can't really tell. But this does look like it's Nook's Cranny again. Or not Nook's Cranny, you know, Nook Way or whatever. I like that they carry stuff. That's just a cool feature. He's giving you a DIY. It looks like, again, he's working at that workbench. This is so awesome. She's drinking like a drink and like staring at the fountain and just being like, this is weird, right? Like putting a fountain outside. And then they're reading in their house. So again, coming from the original Animal Crossing, I didn't see any of this. This was just people walking around in their house, and they just kind of like stood there and then like walked around and like stood there. And now they're actually like reading. or maybe like sleeping, and you'll walk in and be like, hey, what's up? And they're like, what the fuck? Like, I was sleeping. But then, like, you know, you just have all these different personalities and different traits that they've got, like, where they're walking around and doing stuff. Seriously, do you read a lot? And then all the different answers here. So it's cool that you're gonna have like an in-depth conversation with people. Here's another like a table. She's got it looks like a magnifying glass. Like, what is that? Like, it was like a small magnifying glass to be able to look around. I love this set of conversation he's saying. Checking out my super cozy bidet, eh? Yep, I had it custom engineered to match every curve of my body. In layman's terms, it's like a cloud hugging my butt. Like, that's a little risky to put into a kid's game, per se, because a bidet is meant to clean your bottom when you're done going. And I know in certain countries they have like bidets as a normal thing, but it's just interesting that they would put that in there because obviously like this is kind of like a poop joke or like a butt joke. So it's just very interesting that they're like doing that. So I don't know, maybe they're just entertaining the fact that it's a European, there are European countries out there that, like I said, have those normally. But it's just that it kind of made me laugh because he was looking at it and he's like, oh, checking this out, huh? So it's just a very cool small thing that you see, you know, like in the game where they will understand their surroundings and they will be able to actually comment on things that are in their surroundings. So that is really cool to me as well. So you might like walk into their house and talk to them and they'll be like, oh, check out my ping pong table. Like, you really like that? And you're like, yeah, that's really cool. So it's the little things. Here's also a hint that we're going to have 10 villagers because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are 10 here. Why would they put 10? I don't know. Maybe because there's now 10 villagers in your town. Reunite with friendly faces and meet new arrivals. So here's Isabel sitting there talking. Here's Tom Nook at the construction consultation counter. You've got Blathers, who I'm guessing is just woken up from when he's asleep during the day. He's like, what? Celeste here, the famous Tabby. Lovely to meet you. I'm Celeste. My brother often speaks of you. So again, familiar faces coming in. Here is now the Able Sisters. So I'm guessing this is right when you walk in. Hey, welcome to the Able Sisters, where we sell fashion made lovingly by Claw. This is showing again that there are different things here. Apparently that's a different, that doesn't look like a hat to me. To me, that doesn't look like a hat, and I can't like make it bigger, but it looks like that's hair. I don't think that is, though. I think you will be able to meet the barber who will cut your hair later on, so that would be kind of cool if you get that. Here looks like a full dress, as well as like a shirt that's got like some kind of writing on it. There's some bottoms there. There's some stuff hung up on the wall. Like, everything is just has so much detail and things. Here's kicks, so you can go ahead and get backpacks and shoes. Orville, he's going to go ahead and get the Trestle Airport. Wait, what? Welcome to the skies of the Trestle Airport. I'm guessing that's the name of it, or is that the name of the person's town is Trestle? I don't know. Here is Flick. Flick has a black like area, which is kind of interesting because like each one has blue, so they're based on what color the animal is. But like it's also like Flick isn't black though. Flick's got a black shirt, but Flick's mainly red. Maybe it's because like the red with the black writing would be too hard to see. I don't know, for maybe colorblind people. I don't know. And then in the background here you see the resident services, which looks like they have some sort of like decorations up right now. So I'm guessing this is for the bug catching festival. And then Flick's just kind of walking around doing that. This looks like the first glimpses of what a sapling looks like when it's in the ground. Here's Daisy May, hoping to, sell you some turnips. Now that I've looked at Daisy May a few times, I'm kind of taken back my thing saying like I wish the snot was taken back, because apparently in like I guess anime and mangas and stuff, like they show that kids have like snot coming out of their nose, and that's how they symbolize their kids. And at least it's not like in Wind Waker where the kid had like snot all the way to his foot and that was gross. At least it's like a little thing. So yeah, she's pretty cute. And then here's CJ rocking some sunglasses and a cool little like wisp of hair. There's like a little fishing area. It shows that you have amiibo support with like these different people. Peanut's really adorable, and I wonder what Isabel's gonna be when you already have Isabel in your town. Like, is she gonna be like? Is she? I don't know. But it also kind of upsets me that amiibos are in the game, because then you can pick and choose who you actually want on your island. And I always thought the coolest part was being able to have them randomly show up and then just kind of get to know them and their personalities and stuff. But to each their own. This shows who you want to play with. So Leo, mom, or dad. There was some interesting things on this before that we had seen. So like it shows these people showing up. Here's a football there. Again, I wonder if you can throw it or if it's just a way to sit down on the ground. Here's some people that are just hanging out. Here's some cool stuff here. Oh wait, we can make it bigger. I forgot. All right, so here is a ring toss of that thing. There's a scarecrow, some leaves that are sitting on the ground. We're running around. He's got that cool, like, weird backpack thing. A watering can, another backpack, a cool hat, some glasses. I'm not seeing any facial hair on anyone. I'm looking in the background because we already know what all this is. Here's a shovel sitting up. Shaking some trees, grabbing some stuff. Cool. Swap leader. Here's a pile of books. Nothing new here. How can I help you? I like how many people are in here. It's like, what? He's catching a fish. There was one thing that I did want to show that I had not seen before. And if this is the end of it, then we're going to show that real quick. Oh yeah, and then it shows that there's obviously 8 people here. So that shows that there's going to be 8 people that can live on your island. This actually might be the screenshot that I was looking for. Or the video I was looking for. Even though it's in the direct. So you want to invite someone from a nearby island on local play? Yep, so Maya from Acorns here, which kind of makes me think, like, will we be able to randomly get people that'll come to our island, or is it only specifically people that we know? I would really hope that you can enter maybe like a waiting queue, and like you can venture off into islands. Again, this is speculation. Maybe you can venture off into islands, and you can go ahead and actually put down your that you want to wait for a flight, and then when someone like opens up their island, it'll automatically be like, we've got a flight for you. You can go to Acorn, and then you show up on a random person's island and can explore their island as opposed to knowing the person. Again, I don't know if that'll be the thing, because there are random islands that you can go to that are just deserted, but I think it would be personally really cool if there are islands that are that are made by people that you can just randomly go to. And then that'll also help out with having people come to your island, and then you could sell stuff to them, like when they show up at, well, I don't know how that's going to work anymore, because if there's not gyroids that greet the people, how will you be able to sell stuff to them unless there's a way to sell stuff? I don't know. Will that be a thing? Will that not be? Who knows? But it would be really cool if they come to your island, they could get all the fruit and everything, meet your villagers, and then maybe you can sell items to them when you're not home. And then when you eventually get home and like log in the next day, there will be like a postcard, and it's like, hey, I visited your island, I bought this from you, and I got this. Like, hope you have a great day. And you're like, whoa, that's cool. And then maybe you can add people later, or I don't know. But again, speculation. People running around. We've seen this in the direct. So crafting, people running in circles, taking a photo. Some cool glasses here, like pond here. That's a blue seashell. I already touched on that before. A cool kimono. I love this wall too. This wall is super awesome that you're able to put up. Like, again, just the amount of detail that you can put in your island. Like, you can actually have like what looks like you can fence off areas, if you will, so people can't just like climb up on the sides here. Like, they have to go through a specific way when they visit your island, and it'll just make it that much cooler, and it'll just add that bit of like, oh, don't walk too close to the edge, you don't want to fall off, for the people that are going to be realistic about the game, like myself, because you want those like boundaries. Like, I could also see myself maybe putting fences all the way around like edge of water too, so people don't fall in, as long as you can fish over the sides, and as long as animals can fish over the sides, because if it prevents them from fishing, then maybe I don't want to do that, or maybe I will do that in just certain areas, like maybe around the waterfall, you know, just again, like I don't want you to fall in, and then put a sign up there that says that as well. Chopping down trees, shoveling this up. The giant fish is just a really cool thing. Okay, so it wasn't in this video, but I have to show you this really quick because we're hitting almost 2 hours now. Jesus. Okay, so that is everything that was on the website, except, check this out. We're going to go to the direct real quick, and there is an area in here that I want to show you, because I did in fact skip the FAQs area.
Surrounded by nature, just as its name suggests.
Where is it? Yep. So, okay, so here it is. So I did skip the FAQs area because we did, like, know everything there was in the formally asked questions. Or at least, so I thought.
Can I play the can live on one shared
So,
island?
again,
The
whole
maximum
shared
number of
island,
residents
whatever,
per
no one
island
cares.
is 8.
But check this out,
Each
right?
user can register one resident.
And then you go ahead and pick your hairstyle, which it looks like there's only like 8 hairstyles here. But again, I think you could change it later on. You can get your hair color here. Here's your face. Here's your different eyes. I'm guessing this is face shape. And then your hairstyle, nose and mouth. And then if you want makeup on or not. Your name.
And each
Set up my tent. So now here's the exciting part.
And of course, build their own.
Who's this? Who is that right there? That's KK Slider. KK Slider is confirmed to be in the game. I mean, obviously he's going to be in the game, but it's the fact that, like, you can actually see him right there with his guitar. Like, his guitar is right there, the head of it, there he is right there. Like, he looks, from what I can see, is gorgeous. Like, he's got the, like, you could see each little twisty knob for the strings. You got like cool like welcome sign. I think I did touch on this before, but like it's just really cool that there's like these small little details that are in this. Here's Harvey's like photo booth. Oh, I did touch on this. I just missed that KK area.
Friends.
So anyways, that is everything. I have almost hit 2 hours. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes. So again, I apologize. There's just so much that was on this website. I thought it was going to take like 30 minutes, but there's so much on this website to like deep dive into. So it's just really cool to see all that. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this because I'm hyped out of my mind for this game. So if you are hyped as well, let me know. If there's, like, again, anything I missed, let me know. And yeah, I mean, anytime there's any new Animal Crossing stuff, I'll make a video for it, just because now that New Horizons is getting closer, like, it's getting very, very exciting. So thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a good one.